Hello. If you are preparing for senior program manager interview at Amazon, then you are at the right place. As a senior program manager at Amazon, you will be asked a range of questions to assess your leadership skill, decision making skill, program management skills, and many more. Let's dive into 10 most commonly asked questions and its answers in a star based method. So, first, let's discuss about some of the do's and don'ts while preparing for the answers. All right, hope it is visible now. Okay, so when you prepare the answer based on your work experience, please prepare to go deep into the details about your previous work, because if you mentioned that I have improved 40% team productivity, then interviewer would ask you like, how did you improve, how did you get that number 40%. तो जस्ट चैट जीपीटी से कॉपी करने से नहीं काम चलेगा. Use the star model for structuring your response, like in a situation, task, action, and result basis. Focus on what you owned and worked on rather than what your team did, and mention mostly I rather than we, because interviewer wants to know what was your contribution in that particular work. Provide examples of how you have taken responsibilities of any shortfalls. Demonstrate transparency. Discuss how you have openly communicated and addressed issues honestly. So, if there was any shortfall and you fail, it's okay to discuss about your failures. Show you have honored commitments and followed through on tasks until they were completed. So, I will be discussing 10 questions. I have framed its answer based on my experience. You can frame your answer accordingly based on your experience. So, first question is, tell me about a time when you improved an operational process. Situation: I led a project in healthcare operations where the scheduling system for a clinical program incentive was outdated. Also, report generation was quite slow. Task: I needed to streamline the scheduling process to enhance efficiency, improve customer satisfaction, and enable faster report generation. Action: I analyzed the workflow, identifying bottlenecks and areas where the scheduling perform lacked integration. Collaborating with the IT, we restructured the scheduling interface to be more intuitive, then trained the team on this updated process. I also implemented data analytics to monitor performance and spot inefficiencies early on. As a result, this transformation reduced the scheduling and reporting time by 40%, enabling the team to serve client more effectively and improve client retention by 30% within the first quarter. The project also became a model for similar process improvement across the program areas. All right, so here 40% result, I can say that okay, in last quarter this was the result, and then in this quarter this was the result, and this is how I compared and I got the result. Most of the time we can also access the productivity using Jira board, or in Rally there are matrix options, so we can go there and get those matrix. So that part is more important than the storytelling, so please focus on the storytelling. Describe a time when you handled a project with tight deadlines. We were rolling out Angular 18 upgrade for a healthcare client portal with a critical deadline for release before the next reporting cycle. My role was to ensure that upgrade is successful, deployment is done successful, and I, I for that I had to coordinate with the large team of developers, UX designers, and other stakeholders. I broke down the project into urgent milestones, stabilized daily check-ins, and set up a risk mitigation plan. By mapping out each team's specific responsibilities and using agile methodologies, I tracked the progress and quickly addressed issues as they came up. As a result, upgrade was successful ahead of schedule with zero downtime during deployment, boosting user engagement by 25%. In the first 2 weeks, this project success led to me by solidifying a reputation for reliability under pressure. Next question. Can you share an example of when you influence senior stakeholders? I noticed that the program's data sharing infrastructure was slowing us down, yet budget approval was challenging. I needed to influence senior leadership to secure funding for a new data sharing infrastructure to support efficient and real time client reporting. I presented data that highlighted the operational inefficiencies and quantified the potential ROI from streamlined data sharing. Using a mix of hard data and a real world case study on how similar upgrades benefited other programs, I crafted a compelling story. The budget was approved, and the new infrastructure improved data sharing efficiency by 50% and cut down report generation time by 30% and boosted client satisfaction. The upgrade became a success story cited in other departments seeking similar support. Tell me about a time when you led a cross functional team to success. Sure, we were tasked with enhancing a client incentive program for healthcare provider requiring input from various department finance, IT, and operations. I had to bring everyone on the same page to streamline the program and ensure all teams met the aggressive timeline for launch. I set up bi weekly updates, created a shared dashboard for tracking progress, and conducted workshops to align goals. Regular alignment sessions and open communication channels were essential in keeping everyone engaged and accountable. As a result, program was launched on time with cross-departmental engagement achieving 100% alignment. The client satisfaction rating improved by 15% post-launch, and the streamlined workflow reduced resources cost by 20%. Question 5. Share an experience where you identified and solved a complex problem. Or tell me about a time when you took ownership. This is Amazon's leadership principle. And you solved a complex problem. In a clinical app project, frequent data syncing failures were leading to incorrect client information being reported, causing client dissatisfaction. My task was to identify the source of these sync failures and implement a solution. I analyzed data logs, identifying a compatibility issue within the app's data capture process. After collaborating with the IT team and coordinating testing, we implemented a new data capturing protocol. The sync failures were reduced by 90%, and client satisfaction significantly improved as accurate real time data was available. This fix became a template for handling similar data issues in other programs. Question 6. Describe a situation when you used data to drive a major decision. Sure, data indicated that customer uses for a certain healthcare app feature was declining. I needed to understand the drop off and decide on either enhancing or retiring the feature. I conducted a deep dive collective qualitative feedback from users and analyzing the quantitative uses trends. I discovered that a lack of intuitiveness was causing user frustration. We revamped the feature's user interface, resulting in a 60% increase in feature uses and positive feedback from users. The decision also provided insights into better prioritizing user centric feature in future releases. Describe a time you improved team efficiency. The reporting process for clinical incentive programs was manual and time consuming. I had to find a way to increase the team's efficiency. I introduced a project management tool to automate certain parts of reporting, trained the team on its uses, and organized regular progress updates. As a result, team efficiency was improved by 30%, with report turnaround time reduced by 40%. The increased efficiency allowed the team to focus on the higher impact projects, significantly boosting the team's morale. Tell me about a time when project did not go as planned. How did you handle the situation? During a critical product launch, we encountered unexpected technical issue that delayed the rollout. I was responsible for managing the fallout and finding a solution. I quickly organized a troubleshooting team, stabilized a revised timeline, and kept stakeholders informed with the transparent updates. I also implemented a lessons learned review post launch. Although delay happened, the product launch met client expectations, and the learnings improved our resilience to handle unforeseen issues. My approach was appreciated, building trust with the client and teams. How did you handle conflict with stakeholders? A client requested a feature change mid project, potentially impacting the timeline. So, this was a conflict issue. My task was to address their needs without jeopardizing project delivery. I scheduled a meeting, listened to their needs, and proposed a phased approach for implementation. This included delivering a minimal viable change in initial launch and adding more in following release. As a result, the client agreed and we met the initial timeline. The phased approach was implemented successfully, maintaining clients' satisfaction without sacrificing project goals. Question 10. Have you ever made a quick decision under pressure? Yes, during a system migration, we encountered an unexpected bug that could impact a client operation. Task, I had to decide quickly to prevent client disruption. I directed the team to revert the previous version and communicated transparently with the client and arranged a fast tracked fix. As a result, the downtime was minimized and the client appreciated our quick response. This response improved our client relationship and demonstrated our commitment to operational reliability. So I have mentioned all these questions at my Medium page. This is a writing portal. I will share the link of this page. You can also go there and write your answers accordingly. Thanks for now. Bye.